So this past weekend, I went to Classic Game Fest in Austin, Texas, just a couple hour drive away from me. Just like last year, I figured I would make a pickup video. This year, I picked up 22 games at the convention and 2 before the actual con. Went with a few friends, had a great time. This year, I wasn't really looking for anything specific. You know, last year, I was dead set on getting a Symphony of the Night for a good price. They were all well above eBay. I just didn't feel like spending $200 on such a common game. I think that is a problem with me. I just cannot wrap my head around buying super common games for extremely absurd prices, but sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet, you know. I did end up getting a Black Label Symphony of the Night for $130. My friend Tyler was actually at Too Many Games Expo a month ago, and yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was well below what I wanted to pay, and very happy with that pickup. But anyways, focusing on Classic Game Fest, something I was looking for was any of the DS Castlevania games. I'm really just still on this Castlevania train, like 2 years later. I've been at these games for a couple years now, and I think they are fantastic. And I just want to play them and own them. And so I don't have any of the DS Castlevania games. I was looking for all of them, and I just did not really find any, actually. I did find one guy that had Portrait of Ruin, I think, and it was like $10 over eBay. Sometimes you just want to like bite the bullet and pay for the convenience fee and just take it home with you that day. I'd probably be really happy with that right now, but I didn't do it. I'd already spent a lot of money, a good amount of money, I should say. And actually, one of these pickups that I had was such a good price that I was looking to trade someone at the convention for one of the DS Castlevania games. I think they were about the same in worth value, but we'll get into that. Other than that, I did get to watch a panel from Brian Collin. He is the creator of Rampage, and I was really looking forward to this panel. He was talking about arcade history, specifically his time at Bally Midway, and I thought that was some super interesting stuff. I'm always into video game history. Yeah, really cool guy. He had a good presentation, so if he's ever in your area at a convention doing a panel, I would definitely recommend it. I'm not even a giant like Rampage fan, you know, it's just all about getting as much knowledge in your brain. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with the 2 games I picked up before the convention. The first one, pretty lame, X-Men Destiny on Wii. You guys know I love picking up Marvel games, and that's all this was about. It was $5 complete in box. I'm pretty sure I got it at Game Over Video Games. The other thing that I picked up at Game Over, the same Game Over, was Touch Detective for Nintendo DS. You'll notice it is published by Atlas. I know very little about this game, but I was just kind of like browsing and looking up stuff on eBay, seeing if anything was underpriced. This one was priced at the price of like what the sequel should be going for. $20 for Touch Detective. Now, not like a freaking run away and go post on Reddit and tell everyone that I just got the most insane haul type of price, but $20 for like a $60 to $70 video game, pretty solid. Touch Detective, keep an eye out for it. The second game worth way less than this one. And that's what I meant when I said that I was actually looking to trade at the convention, because I have no attachment to this game. I mean, now that I've brought it home, I didn't find anyone that wanted to trade or that had the game I was looking for, right? Nobody had any Castlevania DS games. The one guy I did find, he didn't want to trade. He was just trying to get rid of a few games, so I'm holding on to Touch Detective. If for some reason somebody wants to trade me for a Castlevania DS, just hit me up. So let's get into the convention pickups. The very first thing I did when I walked in there was walk straight to the back of the convention, and that was actually advice given to me from either Vinny or Tyler over in my streams. And that was great advice because everybody was crowding the front row of booths, right? Like, it makes sense when you think about it. So I marched my butt straight to the back and started browsing at vendors. I came across, the first vendor I came across had Arrow the Acrobat. I paid $40 for it. I'm thinking a lot of you probably didn't even know Arrow was on Game Boy Advance. You know, you're thinking Super Nintendo, but Arrow the Acrobat is, I wrote down some sold prices here. The last 2 solds were $40 and $65, both sealed. $40 for a complete in box copy. I didn't like look up eBay prices or anything. I just kind of knew that Arrow was like a good one to keep an eye out for. All the buy it nows are like $75 and up. Definitely would recommend keeping an eye out for Arrow the Acrobat. Also, looks like a pretty solid game. Definitely interested in checking it out. I've never played the Super Nintendo titles, but yeah, you guys know I'm always keeping an eye out for the GBA, Game Boy stuff. I don't remember what else I got from that vendor, but maybe it'll hit me in a minute. The next vendor I came across had a bunch of dollar games, and that was kind of like one thing I really wanted to find, actually. Just like a bunch of garbage dollar games. I don't care what they are, I just kind of want to bring home some games. And the reason for that is you really don't find dollar games like anymore. You can go to any game store, you might find like loose discs for $1, but nobody wants that trash. I just think that finding cartridges for $1 is an instant pickup for me if I don't already have them. You know, when you're on eBay, everything is like minimum $5, $6, $7 after tax and shipping. So any dollar game I can find, I'm buying it. So I did buy 9 cartridges. They're all garbage. I'll fly through them real quick. PGA Tour Golf, NFL Quarterback Club 96. We got NCAA Basketball, Tecmo Super Baseball, NHL 95, and then a few NES pickups. We have NES Play Action Football, Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf, Just Plain Golf. It is a circle seal, not that it's gonna up the value for a loose cartridge. And 10 Yard Fight, also a circle seal. Not even sure if that one has an oval seal, but there you go. I do remember now what the other game I picked up was from that first vendor. It was T2, the Terminator 2 arcade game for Sega Game Gear. This was $22. It is not in great shape, but what Game Gear game is in great shape? That is the real question. I don't have to look up most Game Gear games in the box to know that they are going to sell for way more than what this one was going for. If it's not a Majesco title on Game Gear, it's probably worth picking up for $22. And on top of that, I just kind of love me some Terminator. Everybody loves T2, so that was an instant pickup for me. I'm not condition sensitive when it comes to Game Gear. I'm hardly condition sensitive when it comes to any games. Like as far as like the box condition, I'm not talking about CIB. But yeah, this one is missing the manual. That's a cheap, easy fix for me. I decided to scoop this one up. The last sold one was Joan Bone for $75 complete in box, so pretty solid deal. Knowing Joan Bone, it was probably mint condition, but the other Sega Game Gear game I was able to find was Dragon the Bruce Lee Story for $25, and this is mint, complete in box, mint sealed. It is gorgeous condition. There is a little crushing, bending, not a lot though, a little bit, and yeah, if it wasn't in this protective case, you could easily see just how freaking perfect this seal is. It's pretty crazy. I think most copies of this game are actually sealed. But yeah, very happy to have this one. I looked up sold listings and they are $62 and $70, both sealed in the last 3 months. Yeah, very cool pickup there. No attachment to Bruce Lee or that game, just saw a sealed Game Gear game for $25 and had to have it. The vendor that was selling that one was actually selling a ton of like pre-1985 stuff, Atari and British microcomputer stuff, and I don't think he cared too much about any of the modern stuff he was selling, or I guess I should say post-1985, because Game Gear is definitely not modern. But yeah, he didn't really have any high prices on his games for non-Atari, non-British microcomputer stuff. So I also got to score an N-Gage game from him, Spider-Man 2. This kind of falls in line with my love for Marvel games and Spider-Man specifically. $9 for this. It was like a no-brainer for me. I don't know how often you guys see N-Gage games, but that was my third N-Gage game, and I love picking up games for this weird little console. I don't have the console obviously, but you know, wasn't gonna play Spider-Man 2 on N-Gage anyway. Who knows, maybe I would have. I'm sure it's quite the experience. Sold listings, the last one sold for $28 in new conditions, so $9 for a complete in box feels like a decent price. But yeah, regardless of what they were selling for on eBay, $9 was a no-brainer for me. A few GameCube sports titles to fire through here real quick. The first one is actually pretty uncommon. I was very surprised when I looked it up later, but NFL Blitz Pro. This one was $15. It is not the most common game. I had no idea. Yeah, $15 was about like, I don't know, you could probably buy it now on eBay for 15, but there's only like 3 copies complete and like only 1 or 2 sold. It's really weird. I don't think Midway had like large quantities produced on a lot of their games. That's something I've started noticing. Definitely keep an eye out for NFL Blitz Pro. I got NFL Blitz 2003 for $10. Just another one for the set. And then NASCAR Chase for the Cup, haggled down from $4 to $3. Now that's how you freaking score right there. At some point I saw Speed Racer, the video game, on Wii for $3, and I was like, why not? I have no idea why I bought this. Okay, this next one, I got some cardboard here for you. I know it's been a few minutes, but I got Mia Hamm Soccer 64 for $35. Funny thing is, I was talking to the seller and he's like, hey, you know, this was actually never played. I was like, oh yeah, people say that because it's in the shrink wrap still. The cartridge is still like in the wrap or whatever, and they think it's never been played, whatever. But he's like, no, I actually took the seal off of this one. And I was like, oh, interesting decision there, buddy. He said the seal was all like ripped up, so I don't know. $35 for some reason. I was like, wow, that is an insane deal. I'm buying it. I didn't look it up on eBay or anything, but kind of went with my intuition here. It's a good price, but you can get it for about the same price on eBay. Maybe not in this condition. There were some messed up ones for about the same price, but Mia Hamm, very, very clean box. I'm not sure how the seal got so destroyed if the box is so beautiful, but yeah, that's what happened with this pickup. I'm not even a big N64 collector. I don't know. Something was like, I think my head was like going for the Game Boy Color game and was like, you know what? Mia Hamm on Game Boy Color, super hard to find, super expensive. You know, maybe I should pick this up. Maybe that's what was going through my head. I don't know. But I got that game. The rest of this stuff is actually cardboard. I know that will excite most of you. Midnight Club Street Racing. I feel like I don't see this one. I got it for $10. Turns out it's pretty common. Pretty cool to have, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure if I even knew that this was on the Game Boy Advance, but definitely not sealed. It is complete in box. The shrink wrap is still on it, hanging by a thread, but yeah. Now time for a Game Boy Color game. I straight up walked up to a grown man and said, sir, I'd like to buy this copy of The Adventures of Elmo in Grouchland. Thank you very much. This was $10, complete in box. It's pretty much, yeah, it's gorgeous. There's a little bending on the side, but it is gorgeous for the most part. This is the kind of game that you don't, like, you just quickly look up on eBay. You see that Deal Tavern is the only one selling it, and it's for $70. Buy it now, sealed. So, I don't know. There was none sold, and there is none listed for sale except for Deal Tavern, so why not for $10? I came up on a vendor who had some Game Boy Advance boxes without any cartridges or manuals inside. I asked him how much for Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Stairway to the Destined Duel. It was pretty dang beat up. Don't let the box protector fool you. This thing is in rough condition. It was $5. It has an insert in there that I'm not even 100% sure came with the game. Obviously missing the Yu-Gi-Oh cards because these never have the Yu-Gi-Oh cards inside of them. But yeah, for $5, I already have the cartridge. You gotta be stupid not to pick that up. I think it's kind of fun tracking down the cards that go with Yu-Gi-Oh games. They're always easy, cheap purchases online because shipping is so cheap for those. So I always enjoy completing Yu-Gi-Oh games. And the last one is also a Game Boy Advance game. It is probably the best pickup of the day. The last one sold for $60 sealed, and there is one buy it now that sold for $60 complete in box. Street Racing Syndicate SRS on the Game Boy Advance. Most people probably don't know that this is even on GBA. It's published by Namco, of course, and yeah, it was $10 at the same vendor who sold me Stairway to Heaven. Wait, nope, definitely not Stairway to Heaven. Stairway to the Destined Duel. Yeah, this guy said $10, sure, why not? And that is why I love collecting GBA, because people do not know what to price things at if it's not Ninja 5.0 or Pokemon. People have no idea that SRS has like one copy on eBay and that the last two sold for $70. Like, people just don't know. And yeah, that was probably my favorite pickup of the day. Nothing crazy this year, but yeah, 22 games at the convention, 2 games before the convention when I was out game hunting with friends. What was your favorite in the bunch? What is your favorite pickup that I had from this past weekend? Let me know in the comments below, and also come hang out in the Discord. It is completely free. We have a ton of great people in there. You can join the channel membership for just $2 a month, $1.99 a month. You get early access to videos. You get your dog bone next to your name when you comment. You get your name shouted out at the end of each video, and you get more than that. So please consider signing up for the membership for $2 a month. Thank you to my amazing channel members who I will list right here. And the last thing I have to plug, I stream every Monday night, every week forever. Come hang out. Sometimes it's an eBay stream where we just kind of look for deals and talk about variants and stuff. The other thing I stream is like actually playing games, right? So The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX is what I'm working through right now. So yeah, just come hang out, guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, I'll see you right here on Bird Dog Gaming.